gonna go. Okay, so does, number one, the attendance sheet is going around. I simplified it this time, so everything, all sections are on one attendance sheet. So there just should be one going around this time. Everyone should have a rubric for today's lab, right? I'm trying to simplify things on myself and be a better teacher. One, instead of trying to keep up with and take 3 separate grades down here on the 3 different things we're doing in today's lab, then I have all 3 labs on there, but we are going to take 1 lab grade and have documentation for it. Also, if you'll notice, you have a chance to do self-assessment after class today. So at the end of class today, all I want you to do is read through the rubric. This is actually the EMRF rubric that we talked about way back in number 6, where we try to get our kiddos to do daily in the math classroom. We really don't want any numbers on there because we don't want to give like daily grades in the math classroom. But we want it to be a continuum of how well they understood the content, all the way from excellent to retake aloud or revisions need, okay? So at the end of class today, you're gonna assess yourself. Where do you think you fall on today's topics, right? And then you're gonna give it to me and I'll assess you. I'll give you a grade for today's lab. I'll give it back to you on Thursday. It'll go in your portfolio and I'll do a lot better job at keeping up with that stuff. Is that okay? All right. I had a lot of people missing points on this last portfolio because of table of contents. I am not super picky about how you organize your binder, right? Because I tell you what is the purpose for you of this binder. Make sure you know where everything is so you can study for the praxis, right? For me, what the binder does is it shows and gives me assessment grades for things that I cannot fit on the midterm. Think of how much math we do in these courses. There's no way I can fit all that on the midterm and the final. Especially like pedagogy. Remember back in Number Sense when I made you draw stuff out all the time? I can't do that all the time in here. So what your portfolio does is when I see those activities are filled out exactly like the lecture I gave you on the video, I know that you have watched that video and you have learned that pedagogy style. And I can give you points for that. But if you don't put all that in your portfolio, such as I actually had a portfolio turned in last week that had every activity printed out blank. Every one for the whole semester. Not a single thing written on it, just in there. Do you know where that falls on the portfolio? Like on the rubric? Can I borrow somebody's rubric? I don't know. Anybody got a blank rubric in their deal? All mine have grades on them.
I got one.
Can I borrow one? So let's just look at this one. There's 9 lessons in this unit, right? So down here at notes, if you have notes for less than 70% of those 9 lessons, that's already down here at a 5 for notes. And I'm not picky about how much notes you take, right? I'm not asking you to have a note written on every slide of every presentation. I'm just asking you to please open every presentation and look at the material and put something down on the notes that shows me you have done that lesson. So even if there's just 1 page on every one of them, I should see a page for all 9 lessons in Unit 5. Now the reason I have them all listed out, we've only done, last week were these 2, week 0, and we just started precision and greatest possible error yesterday. That should have been your first lesson of this week. But for me, I just like to write all my notes at the beginning because then I see how much I have to go. This is your midterm. Midterm in this class is just Unit 5, but it's a mouthful. We go all the way from learning how to measure with a ruler to volume and surface area of 3-dimensional figures, and we go in fast, right? 4 weeks. So hang on to the tiger tail, but I don't care how you organize this, but it all needs to be there. The more organized it is, the more points you earn down here in organization. Those of you guys that are cramming stuff in down here on the bottom, instead of printing me a new, nice, neat page, where do you think that falls on organization and overall presentation? When you do that kind of shortcutty stuff, that's where you lose those points on that, okay? All right, that being said, everybody has your stuff. I've got copies of your grades for your portfolios. I will pass those around to you because I have to keep the original rubric. I have one more thing, week 0. I don't know if did you guys print these out? You probably didn't. It's okay. I think I might not have. Can you take one of these? That is what you guys did. The Common Core 8 mathematical practice standards last week, right? Attend to precision. We used to have a poster hanging up there. I don't know what happened to my poster. So this is your official list of the 8 practices and their definitions for your portfolio. Let me log in and I'll show you what we're doing. So I went ahead and started my second page for today. There are our 3 live labs today. We are going to start with a sort. Let me pull it up. It's just easier. They're all in the lab. Then Alright, so the first one is a Google Classroom sort. I'm going to pull it up and show you. Second one is a gizmo activity. It's an exploration that we would use in the classroom that integrates math and science. We're going to teach a math lesson through a science concept, okay, which we do a lot, K-8. And then the last one is a quizzes mastery peak. You guys know where your little mastery guy tries to climb the snow mountain? All right, so that one's on precision and accuracy. Do you remember from your notes, what's the difference between being precise and being accurate? Do you remember?
Accurate is like right on, precise is close.
Sort of. It's really hard to wrap your head around. Okay. Precise generally means that you're measuring with smaller units, so you have the ability to be as close as possible. Accurate means, are you really as close as possible? So somebody could be more accurate with a larger unit of measure if they're just closer to the exact measure. Precision means like if you're measuring to the closest inch and Caitlin's measuring to the closest quarter inch, she's being more precise because she's using with a smaller unit, right? But if you actually got closer to the measure of the desk, what it was we were measuring, you may be more accurate even though Caitlin was more precise. Does that make sense? They're not synonymous. So we're going to work on that a little bit in the lab today. Any questions about what we're doing? Because we're going to the computer lab. We're all good? Okay, so I'm going to turn the video off. Oh, wait. I'm going to show you something. Don't laugh at me. I know I'm kooky, but it's okay. I'm just kooky. What was the word? I had a superintendent one time announce me, like I was presenting at the state conference about curriculum we had written in my district. And he's like, the best way to describe her is quirky. Yeah, I'm quirky. All right. Am I up there? No. All right, so everybody, if this makes me put my hand in order. Okay. have everything, but you don't. Which one are we doing first? What did I say? I forgot.
Right, in the classroom.
It was the Common Core Math Practice Standards, right?
Yes.
Right here, okay. So, if we go into this, I'm going to turn it on right now. Sign it to everybody. So, every one of you should have your very own version of this with your name. When you click on it, it'll have your name in the front right here, not copy of, okay? What you're gonna do is you're going to drag the I can statement that a student would use in your classroom to the correct math practice standard that it matches. Make sense? Okay, then when you're all done, then you hit submit and it comes to me. Then the measurement lab is a gizmo. Okay, oh, look at this one. It's fillable out online this time, so you don't have to take a picture. So, okay, I can make you a copy of it if you want a hard copy while we're in the room, but you're gonna submit the online version. And then the last one is just quizzes, so you should be good. Okay, I'll meet you all in the lab. I have new copies of your. Is it a different number? No, it's the same one. But what I try to do is while you log on and you're going, I put
You
your
want me to
grades
stop
from
this?
last class on here and hand it out to you because. All right,
would just
thank
do
you.
it.